And for all of the kids I work with, as soon as I start engaging them in that world that's all around them, they're interested. I'm not trying to keep them trapped in a chair in front of a blackboard. I actually want them to grab things with their hands and try to use it. And the DRA is a great example of a place where that learns. Our program's in October where we, 800 kids, sometimes 800 kids, yeah. From all over these schools, they didn't even know that Native people still existed here. And for 12,000 years, no less, from the retreat of the glacier. So it's an introduction for them into something that they're not going to learn on television. And there's barely any literature on the subject, really, that's non-academic, that's geared towards children that age. So it's a real opportunity for them to have what I had, which was some time with my elders and some time to learn about the land that we live on, the land we call home. It's a beautiful place, and I look forward to continuing my relationship with the Abbey Museum and to sharing other Native individuals, musicians and builders, craftspeople. And I haven't even got to canoes yet, but I'll get to that if I have time. Because like Sarah knew, once you get me going, you can't turn me off. But, but I am a canoe builder. I built birch bark canoes the way they built them 3,000 years ago. No nails, no screws, no electricity, no sawn material. All the materials are hand gathered, hand split. Everything is found. Nothing can be bought. And it's all right here. It all exists in these forests that we call home right here. And it's an incredibly complex undertaking, but it's an undertaking that really brings you in tune with the spirit of this land. To gather those materials, like I was saying, you have to understand intimately what this land has to offer and in terms of usable materials. Cedar. The cedars that I gather, this is a 14-foot canoe here. It's a little beat looking. It's 13 years old. I built a 21-footer last year that looks a lot prettier, and it's a lot bigger. But that cedar that you see on top, the top rail, that's a single length of cedar. That has to be straight grain, not free cedar. And to find that, I have to scour the forests of Maine, and I have to look for certain microenvironments where those types of materials are found. And the bark, that's a single piece of bark right there on that canoe. It's a single piece length to length and edge to edge. So it's a 14-footer, so I have to have 15 feet of bark for that. But all of my canoes are single length pieces of bark. Sometimes I had side panels on the big one to accommodate the widest part of the canoe at the center thwart. But those trees are out there, and you can find them. I'm not telling anybody where I find them.
Good show. No.
Yeah. Whenever anybody asks, I just say, well, it came from Maine. And
That narrows it, doesn't it?
the roots, everything is right out there. Everything is still there where the ancestors found them. And the skills are still there. That's the main job that I have right now with my time here. As a medium between the younger generation and the older generation, as I move towards my elder years, I want to make sure that that tradition doesn't come this close to being lost. My great-grandfather was the last in a 3,500-year-old line of builders. And it came this close, that close to being gone forever. And for me, it's a real point of pride to be able to do it. I love using them too, but I think one of the most important aspects of what I do is to make sure that it's shared and that this knowledge is not lost. Because when we lose aspects of our cultures like this, we lose so much. We lose so much time that's been spent. We lose so many lessons that the land and the materials have to teach you. And in Maine here, where we have this beautiful tradition that goes back so many thousands of years, it would just be a travesty to lose that. So I want to bring it to everybody, and I do whenever I can. And as often as possible, I get them right out in the canoe and do some paddling as well, because for the kids that's really special, to see that you can walk into the forest with a limited toolkit, and after a period of time and a lot of work, 500 hours of work, you can come out of there with a boat. And then you can put that boat on the water and you can paddle to these outer islands right there. It's a seagoing craft. These hull forms have been tried and tested by the ancestors, and they are perfect. I do not change the hull forms at all. I don't change the construction techniques because the ancestors perfected them over thousands of years, and they're already perfect. So there's not much I can do with them other than love them, build them, and hope that this is a part of our culture that never fades away. It's an honor for me to do it, and it's an honor for me to be here in front of you guys today. I will be open for questions about technical aspects of building, but I got a feeling, have I gone over my 20 minutes yet, or am I?
I'm fascinated.
Okay. Well, I see lobsters hitting the table over there. So I did bring a canoe here with me. I have some etched winterbark baskets in there that people are welcome to look at. There are some pictures there, and I can answer more specific details about building and construction gathering and things like that for people, and talk about the design motives of the Wabanaki people, the anthropomorphic and zoomorphic images and the double curve motive, all of which are very, very strong design aspects of the Wabanaki nations. There's so much involved, I couldn't even hope to get through it all in 20 minutes, but yeah, feel free to ask. I will be around. Okay? Yeah? Thanks. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's